Hello viewers, I'm SP and welcome back to Noita, where as you can see I have made it back to the Holy Mountain here. And we are going to have to get down through this biome in order to get our health back up. So I'm kind of thinking this might be a dig around it kind of situation. But before we do any of that, obviously I've already dealt with what's his name. So I reckon we ought to do a little bit of experimentation in here. We have some tools, and I think we ought to explore their use. So, Gamma. This is the spell that I had to leave behind in the mines earlier. I just went ahead and, resolved that whole problem. Casts a copy of the last spell in your wand. Now, I think we can reasonably assume, based on what we saw when we tested Zeta, that this will not consume a charge from the spell. But what I'm actually really curious about here is if this can cast a copy of a spell that has no charges left. So, that's a pretty easy one to test, obviously. We'll just do this thing. And then another one. Okay, and now it's out. And no, it does not, in fact, work on a spell that has no charges. So, you can't go infinite with this, but you can extend the use of a spell, I suppose. What else did we have that I wanted to play with? We do have Octagonal Bolt Bundle and a trigger spell, so if we have anything that comes out slow enough... I mean, the big problem is that all of our slow-moving stuff is very limited in quantity. Like, obviously, Giga Death Cross coming out at 0 movement, you would imagine would trigger it. We also I found this LARPA Explosion. A projectile will shoot out 8 copies of itself when it expires or hits the ground. Seems like it could be a truly terrifying weapon, especially in conjunction with, say, the mine cart, the bomb cart. So I don't really I feel like we have a lot of interesting toys, but we don't necessarily have. I don't have any idea what to do with all of them. Also, I sort of think... Hold on a second. Let's dig out the floor here a little bit. As you can see, even just a very small amount of testing has created a huge amount of alcohol. So let's maybe dig out the ground a little bit and let some of this alcohol out. Where do I want to do that? I guess over here in the corner makes the most sense, right? It's really easy to do here. And of course, enemies are gonna come up here, and that's a real bummer. I mean, I could stop digging now and hope that they come up in a way that lets me give them the drill without them getting to actually fire back at us. Got ourselves some murder holes here. Well, I have, unfortunately, fully opened this up now. But, I mean, that's good enough, right? That's gonna... Okay, that's gonna be a problem. No, no, do not set me on fire. Okay. Lots of fire. Always lots of fire. I really, really, really would like to be fireproof right now. I'll tell you. Okay, so now the alcohol will flow out of here at least. We should probably, while we're at it, just remove this lip, which is going to cause problems. Okay, now let's do some testing. Let's try to figure out an entertaining and or powerful, whichever, thing to do with the tools that are presented to us. Okay, that'll let stuff flow out. So, we have... Hey, does alcohol conduct... Yeah, okay. Cool. Remember, we're electric immune even without our thing out, so we don't need the stone for that, but that's interesting. That's good information. So how do we want to use this... How do we want to use this gamma? Like, what are we going to do with this? I suppose it also lets you have an extra copy of a spell you otherwise would only have one copy of, so it could allow us to luminous drill better. Although we definitely still want the chainsaw in here, because otherwise we have an above 0 recharge time. Oh, you know what? I haven't tested wand refresh yet either. Let's play with this a little bit. So, it says that it reloads your wand immediately, but it also reduces the recharge time, and I don't know why the recharge time being reduced would matter if it reloads the wand immediately. So, do these have cast delay up on them? I want to make sure that the recharge time is still higher than the cast delay. Although this is going to bring it so low. Do I have a thing that has plus recharge time on it? I just want to make sure that this works the way I think it says it works. I don't really. Yeah, all I have is cast delay increases. Well, the recharge delay modifiers are relatively uncommon, right? Like it's not a huge surprise. Do I have a wand here that has a considerable recharge time? Okay, I do. All right, let's just do like here. So this will be our test. It should be 2 different spells, right? Things will be a little bit more obvious that way. Let's do it like this. Okay, so. Oh, except that wand does do 3 spells per cast, doesn't it? So, really, to test this properly, we probably want to do it more like this. Okay. So it does seem like it's... Yeah, there's zero recharge. I think what we're seeing is entirely cast delay. Yeah, it does reload the wand instantly. So the recharge time thing I don't fully understand. What if I swap these? Because this should be... Let's not put that in there. Do I have a thing that reduces... Another thing that reduces cast delay? I want to see if we can just turn this into a machine gun in this way. Yeah, I mean, of course we do. We have this. Although, I'm a little concerned with this having the timer thing on it. Here, we'll give this another spell so that we're sure that it's... Alright. So the recharge delay is firing, actually. Sometimes. I created such a huge amount of whiskey so quickly. I don't even understand the physics of how the room filled up in this way. So, okay, it's not 100% clear to me. Wow, look at the amount of liquid that produces. What on earth? Oh, also here's a problem. This guy's body is blocking the escape vector. Right, I'm just freezing stuff. Oh, shit. Did that kill my editing ability? It sure did, and with me not having my... Ah, damn it. Ah, damn it. So we don't really have our digging wand in good shape, and we don't really have our combat wand. What a dumb way to die this is going to turn out to have been. Shoot, okay. We're just gonna be very careful. Don't like the big shaking sounds. Yeah, I mean, if we just, like, find our way to the wall and then descend... I can probably still cut through some stuff with just the chainsaw. Oof, it's slow going. Man, what a way to lose a very promising situation. I'm not saying we're totally dead, but, like, we're probably dead, honestly. Yeah, it's not even... Like, the chainsaw it's so much worse at digging by itself. It works, it's just... Wow. I mean, the good news is we can drown all of our enemies in alcohol, and that'll show them who is the boss and how it is me. You're fucking kidding me. Of course it's got to be more walls. Immediately more walls. And the way we're set up right now, we're not starting any fires. I was not even thinking about it, you know? Alright, if we can make it down to the next holy mountain temple, I can repair our wands and get in shape to fight the servant of the gods there. So that won't be a problem, but like making it through here with 68 health and no effectively no functional wands is gonna be borderline impossible. So this red light here, what is this? Is this a mine? One thing I don't like about the chainsaw is that it seems like you can put it too far inside the surface and it stops cutting a usable path because it leaves terrain between you and the cutting. I mean, as long as we're going down, we can relatively safely produce that amount of... No, I am not available to be burned right now. Fairly safely produce that amount of water, or that amount of alcohol, is what I was saying. Of course, it doesn't even hurt him. Take this, get chainsaw. Yeah, I can't fight for shit right now. Try to get back through this hole. And of course, I'm on fire again. Trying so desperately not to be on fire. Yeah, so we're going to constantly produce huge amounts of alcohol that are constantly catching on fire. I have 3 health. I mean, like I was saying before, I don't think we were going to make it anyway. 68 HP is not... 68 HP is insufficient for traversing the jungle, in my experience. No, that I can't even reliably hit a thing I'm aiming directly at because I am always drunk. Yep, that was pretty much bound to happen. Well, that's a shame we didn't really get to experiment with these as much as I wanted to. It turns out that it's really easy to make a huge mistake that ends up costing you absolutely everything in this here video game. Yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna start another... Why is this not picking up? Noita does this thing where sometimes when you hit new game, instead of doing new game, it instead closes the executable and opens a new copy of it. And OBS doesn't always like that. So I guess I'm gonna have to do setup again. I'm super annoyed that I triggered the collapse of that temple while just trying to dig out a hole so that we could continue working. That's a really dumb way to lose a lot of resources. I mean, on the whole, I don't necessarily think that that run was, like, spectacular, especially not for the types of exploration that I'm interested in doing, but still a bummer to lose it. So it might take a while. It might take a considerable while for us to be back in position to do anything other than, you know, the early game fighting stuff that at this point has become sort of rote for me. Wow, look at this. 2 really early treasure chests. Hopefully we'll get a little bit lucky here. I do hate that we have the bomb wand now instead of like dynamite or something, because these are both going to require some expenditures to operate or to access. Is there anything around here that I can use to burn the sides of them easily? Alright, this lantern up here I might be able to make something with. No, because it's just going to fall on there and burn. Yeah, there's no way I get it over here. Alright, I think we do in fact just have to spend 2 bombs. I don't love it, but... Okay, that one contained a wand at least. Maybe it will have better explosives in it. Okay, it has slime ball. Slime ball totally works. Because slime ball does destroy wood. Oh no. Somehow that caught fire. Hey, guy, maybe you want to die horribly? I just gotta make sure we get that. Please rinse off. Oh, that's not even a... Thank you, water. This is just a dirt potion. Well, let's maybe divest ourselves of this garbage. You know, it has been a little while since we've done the beginning of a run on camera. Let's just go ahead and do this. Let's just play out the beginning of the deal here on camera. I think I've gotten pretty adept at getting through the first area in pretty good shape, but you know, sometimes the game doesn't want to cooperate, and sometimes you do like a real bad job and lose 24 health immediately, like right away. So we might be able to make something out of our magic grenade here, the wand. I haven't played with this thing enough to know exactly what it can do. You know, you throw it and it just does magic. But I don't know if there are limits on the kinds of spells it can produce. I assume there are. I assume they have it set up such that it doesn't like fire off a bunch of nukes and instantly destroy the entire level. So I'd be curious to play with it a little bit more, I guess, and just kind of get a better feel for it. Can I fit through here? Not without digging. Oh, cool. Covered in oil. Just what I was hoping to be. Ah. Alright, come on. Good stuff. A slime ball that produces light, honestly, is a pretty useful wand to get early. This will actually allow us to, probably allow us to get the health up in the dark cave area between here and the alchemists. So that's pretty cool. If we can find any source at all, any way at all to access the surface, we're like guaranteed to have 175 HP for the next area. It's not usually the case. Let's get down here and... maybe it's not going to be that easy to get to them. I was going to say those guys are going to die to fire damage and we should be there to pick up the pieces, but... maybe that's not in the cards. How long have you been down here just puking your gross fluids all over everything? What is wrong with you? Can I cleanse this fast enough to be able to get that gold? Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's pretty good. So it does seem like agitating water that is in contact with toxic sludge does get this stuff turned a lot quicker. So now we know if we pick up a digging wand in the first area, if I find some reasonable source of drilling, we can get that we can get another orb, the one underneath the lava lake. So that's good information. That'll help extend our runs a little bit further. Some kind of potion or something. Oh, I should probably refill my water while we're over here. So all we need to get to the surface is basically like any impact explosive or any explosive where its fuse is shorter than the amount of time that it takes for it to bounce off of the cliff and then fall. Boy, how do we access that? I guess from over here we could slime ball through that wood. Or, of course, like levitation or acceleration. Anything that'll get us moving a little bit more effectively. Actually, any wand that has like a teleport bolt in it would do just as well. Why does he have... does he bleed slime? I thought these guys bled acid. But he sure did have the purple slime effect on him. Can I just kick this? There we go. That's That's a whole lot of burning oil. Unstable teleportation. Okay, well, you know what? There was a test we wanted to do with teleportation. Oh, we could try filling the big dragon skull on the surface with it. I have to say that I still hold to what I said earlier. I think it's going to take more than one bottle of teleportation to actually do that. And unfortunately, I don't know if there are any, I guess this might be a good time to test it. I don't know if there are any interactions that will cause more teleportation, like, you know, if mixing it with something turns the other substance into it. Seems to be a pretty common thing in Noita. So yeah, I guess we can just try stirring it into stuff. I mean, I've definitely seen it in pools with lots of other things. I'm assuming... Nope. Okay. No interaction there. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Critical on oiled enemies. I think we'll pick this up. I don't know that any of that other stuff is worth buying, but we could potentially critical on oiled enemies. That might work. So, pheromones. These wooden structures very often have a chest nearby. Okay, looks like that's going to be kind of a pain in the ass to access. I guess... Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, we have a way of chewing through wood. Slime ball is actually, like, extremely valuable in the first area. Really, really nice to have. Unfortunately, it does not do the same thing to soil, as far as I'm aware. Boy, there you go. What if you just, like, shot the enemy, huh? Yeah. Okay, well, we'll check this out in a second. Let's go get that wand. Hopefully, it will be a little bit more compelling than the thing we currently have in our 4th slot. Is that more teleportation? Oh, no, that's invisibilium. I mean, that's good, too. Damn it. We're getting real close, though, to the end of what we can bear here. Okay, so there's no way to do this that isn't going to take a bomb. What? How? How did I manage to jam myself into a... The whole world is just 2 tiny little spaces that I cannot naturally pull myself out of. Alright, please be worth my bomb. Nope. Not even a little bit. I guess as far as wands go, it's a little bit better than this one. I mean, Energy Sphere does do base 10 damage, so it's a little bit better than our other options here. I mean, Invisibilium is probably valuable. You have to remember to use it, though, which is a problem that I have pretty consistently. Stupid. Stop hiding behind the other guy's corpse. So, I mean, I think we still don't have it. We still don't actually have a way up to the top. Nor do we have a way down to the thing that we know is underneath the lava lake. So, at the moment, I think we're in pretty bad shape resource-wise. If we can make our way over to the Dark Caves, if we can survive that trip, then we know we can at least get the one... Nope. We can at least get the one in the darkness. Although we gotta be careful not to pick up the refill, because we're definitely gonna want that to be available for later. Oh, hey. Well, now I wonder if that's an interesting wand. Don't you come over here and bleed acid on me. How are you alive? You're just like, being coated in acid, I'm fine. I love acid. Who says I don't love acid? Okay, well, we managed to get some of that at least. Let's see if we can get this wand away from this guy without getting hit. Okay. Well, now that's very interesting. Always casts acid trail. Huh. You know, I don't know here. I guess we don't need Spark Bolt and Energy Sphere. The Spark Bolt wand is certainly useful for digging, but like, this Spark Bolt wand will be useful for digging. I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to move this thing over to slot 1, though. I mean, all of that acid is at the very least going to give me the ability to get into places that we otherwise would not be able to get into. But I think it still doesn't allow us to get up on top of the surface area. Because the acid needs to be able to sit on a surface in order to work, right? It's not enough for it to just touch a thing. So you usually can't use acid to dig holes in a vertical. Acceleration, though. Acceleration would get us there. Oh, that didn't quite... Alright, well. We'll figure it out. Actually, maybe I should have gone... We could probably lay a bomb down over there. Let's see, I can't cut through there this way. Yeah, this actually might not be entirely trivial. Is there any place where these are only separated by wood? Okay, maybe we can get in up there. The mines can be a little bit of a nightmare to navigate. How did you even get in there? You know what? It's fine. It's just... Okay, at the very least we have an explosive that is not our bomb that we could use to dig through here. But maybe it's not even necessary. So what are we dropping? I guess probably the broken wand. Interesting to just have access here too. Sometimes that's really cool. A lot of the time it doesn't really give any benefit. I want him to be a little further away from that. Okay, there we go. Can't really afford to take an extra pounce. Alright, but the acceleration will be enough to get us where we're going. And it'll make the trip a lot less tedious. Actually, can we... Hi. Okay, well, the wall rat is invincible on account of being the wall rat. Truly, he is our hero and our savior. I wonder, if you drink acceleration, I'm sorry, does it work the way I want it to work? So it gives you a time-limited version of the effect instead of it being based on your stain level. That's interesting. I don't actually know if I think that that's an improvement. I mean, let's give ourselves a little bit here, like this. No, this has got to be more efficient. Alright. Oh, right. The spark bolt would have been the right way to dig through this. Does this work? Nope. Okay, well then. We're going to have to do a very dangerous thing. Because Spark Bolt is totally the only way we're getting through here. So, we just got to make sure that we are... Jesus Christ. Why is that not going out? Okay. I forgot about the part where it has bifurcated on it. So that's bad. So we could dig through that eventually. And does this cut through? Okay, I guess it does. That's going to be a little tedious. And then also, of course, crossing the desert to get to... Yeah, it's totally going to work, though. And then, of course, the desert, yeah. Walking across the desert to get the one on top of the pyramid is also going to be a little tedious. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut y'all out of that one. I'll see you in a second. Alright, I went and got the thing at the pyramid and then came back, and here we are at the thing for testing at the big skull. You know, I went to the thing and then got the thing and then came to this thing, and this is the thing we're doing. Unfortunately, the bomb that I put down to blow open the top of the eye, even though this looks flat enough to hold a bomb to me, it rolled. It rolled a considerable distance before going off, because the bombs take 10,000 years to go off. But we're just going to go ahead and empty this, I think, and then... You know, I want to test the hourglass in the Hisi base as well, but I think we're much more likely to be able to find a potion before that. I think that finding teleportation before this is going to be relatively rare. And yep, I don't feel like this was conclusive enough to tell us that teleportation won't do this thing here, but it was conclusive enough to tell us that I bet you would need at least 3 bottles, maybe more. So, I don't know how you would do that. I mean, it does seem like the kind of thing Noita might do. Make you go down into the world and acquire a full inventory full of teleportation bottles and then bring them back up here to obtain a portal to question marks. But probably not like literally, you know what I mean. Not question marks, but a place that is mysterious. Which I guess is actually pretty similar to the question marks. Alright, time to acceleration myself, and then let's get out of here. Catch it all in your face. Yeah, woo. I forgot about this thing. So the teleportation only dissipates when you're on the ground. Like most stains, it only runs out when you're on the ground. So there we go. Get a considerable amount of it on us. Nope, never mind. It wasn't depleting while we were in the air moments ago, in my defense. I don't know, man. This isn't really helping that much. It's nice, but it runs out so quickly. It's not literally nothing, I guess. So yeah, 28 health makes me feel like I don't really want to explore over to the west very much. I would love to get the health up that's over there, but I just feel like we're unsafe. Then again, we did explore far enough to see the edge of the collapsed mines already, because we saw a couple of that potion throwing enemy that only exists in the collapsed mine. So we must have been right at the edge of it. Maybe we could make it far enough over? Do I want to take the emerald tablet here? I mean, this is just an empty bottle at this point. Who knows? Maybe it will do something. Or maybe we will throw it at someone. I guess I haven't actually tried that yet. I don't know if these are effective as weapons. Alright, so now how the heck do we get down and to the left here? I have already forgotten the layout, because it takes no time at all for me to forget a thing. I'm one of the most efficient forgetters on the planet, I would say. I'm like an Olympic level forgetter. Unfortunately, 28 health is like... That's low and... Oh, hold on. We know that this doesn't connect. 28 health is low enough that it makes me really nervous, though. You can definitely take 28 damage, like, very quickly, without even necessarily really having much of an ability to interact. There we go. Laziness prevails. I guess we should come down here and look at the parts that we haven't explored yet. Who knows what might be in them? Feels like that was probably a chest at some point. What happened here? Oh, worms. Worms is what happened here. Well, that's bad. That's probably bad news. That's like the gods might already be angry. Bad news. Do I want to just go then? We have $618, which is enough for a pair of rerolls. I really do, though. Like, I hate to be greedy. It's a lie. That's what lying sounds like. I love to be greedy, but should we? Should we go ahead and explore west? I really want the max HP. Oh, that is also max HP. Just kind of sitting there? That's weird. I guess in a location... Nope, never mind. I was going to say in a location that might be tricky to access without a worm tunnel, but no. The side of this is just open. So... Huh. The worm has really been doing a number over here. I hope it's dead. I hope that the other enemies killed it. That happens sometimes. Occasionally you will just happen upon the corpse of a worm. This place is making some real creepy noises. That is a whiskey potion. Yeah, I think I've had enough whiskey. Actually. I think I am beyond the need for whiskey. I mean, we can't be too far from the wall. Now, granted, we did use our last bomb to... Oh, wow. Weird. Yep. We did use our last bomb for very important purposes. So, we can't necessarily drain the tunnel. So actually, we might not be able to get this anyway, because yeah, we can't dig. In fact, we definitely can't get this anyway, so I guess we ought to just leave. But like, part of me wants to make sure that there's not a useful wand over here. I could have sprayed water on that and then gotten down there. Nope, found our way all the way to the wall. Is that... Huh. Maybe that was a slime potion? I mean, it almost has to have been, right? I guess if we kick this barrel, we might be able to drain the water, actually. If we get this barrel down there. Oh, that might be a problem. Oh, geez. Wow, okay. I was not expecting it to come out of the coal pile so energetically. Damn it. But yeah, if we got that barrel down to here, I guess it's not going to drain much though, right? Because we'd have to clear all this. I mean, it's worth putting a little bit of effort into. These things never explode just from being kicked, do they? I don't think we've ever seen that. If it did happen now, it would certainly kill us. So it is a concern. Okay. That honestly is about as perfect as that could be. Damn it. Okay, and then we need to destroy some of this space, but we could drain the tunnel and then slime light our way over there. Is it going to make more sense to just kick it down this side? No, probably not, because if I try to do that, I'm going to end up kicking it over here, I bet. Wow. I do not think I would be able to do that again if you gave me a year. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. I managed to get myself stuck in the coal. Okay. That might be exactly where we want that. It's not. Not enough of a hole. And, I mean, I guess we could try to expand it? Because now it's all vertical, or now it's all horizontal surface, right? So... yeah. That's pretty good. If we do that one more time, I think we're... just burn through... it just needs to burn through right here. Oh, the tip of this wand is constantly emitting fire because of fiery trail. I was like, what on earth is causing these ignitions? But yeah, that'll do it. Come on, please just burn through that last little bit so the water's actually flowing down there. I mean, it is sort of flowing out. Also, this is cold. I might anger the gods. The gods are almost certainly already angry, right? The worm did so much digging in such a crappy place. Sort of want to try, like, though. Let's, there we go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, that'll totally drain it. Alright, let's get up here and, actually get the thing we're looking for. Provided that we actually have a way up here. I guess I'm making some assumptions. This is the only way forward, it looks like? Could we get up? No, we cannot get up. Well, this may have been an academic exercise, it turns out. I mean, if we drained enough water out of here, obviously it would be possible to get in this way, but I don't know how to feel sure that that has happened. You know what? It is doing some damage to the soil. Not to the rock, but... I think this is actually going to let us through. Ow. Yep, it totally is. Incredible. So... every other shot has light. We're just going to be a little careful here, because my experience with this has been that sometimes the refill is here and sometimes the max HP up is here. Okay. It was the one we wanted. And we want to make sure we're not picking up the refill. We do not want that yet. I think this is a very encouraging amount of health to go into the next area with. Alright, let's see if the gods are mad at me. Definitely take this. It looks like maybe no? Oh, maybe we're cool. Okay. So. Permanent shield is certainly not bad. We have enough money for 2 rerolls if we want to do 2 rerolls. That's kind of a crummy wand. That's kind of a crummy setup, but I do love Sparkbolt with Trigger for long-term purposes. Okay, so I think the only thing we even might want to buy here is this thing. Unfortunately, 260 is enough that it does take a reroll away from us if we buy this. So as much as I like Permanent Shield, I think I am going to reroll these. Toxic Immunity is fine. Heart's Bestow, more maximum health is pretty whatever. I mean, we could live without this wand, right? Yeah, it's just Sparkbolt with Trigger. I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, I'm gonna reroll again. We're looking for something a little bit more exciting. Okay, critical hit plus, and honestly, plague rats. I do like the plague rat thing. I'm not sure which one of these is right. I'm gonna take crits, I think. But I do like the plague rat thing. Alright. Let's do some rearranging here. So... this thing has a very, very low cast delay. It is probably better if we actually fill it up. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Let's definitely take this off. I mean, do we want to... what is the recharge time? It's fine. Alright, so if we do this... we have a wand that we can shoot to burn through all kinds of things. I'm going to pull light. I don't think we need it on this wand. I don't think I'm going to keep the slime balls out either. So I guess actually, let's do this. Do I want to put a slime ball on there? Spawn 3. It creates a considerable amount of fiery garbage. The slime ball breaks through certain kinds of terrain. The spark bolt's also useful for that. You know what? Honestly, yeah. It's an unconventional type of wand for digging, but it actually still should totally work. Alright, with this, I suppose, let us progress. So I was gonna say, that's definitely a firefly nest, because we can see so many fireflies through the floor. And I will absolutely just sit here and do this until it's dead, because I hate these things. How do they even fit that much lava inside them, I ask you? Okay. Well, they didn't show up until after we killed the nest, so that's good. I am a little annoyed, though, that they are so dense. There are so many of them. Okay. Now that that noise is over with. Never mind. How many more do you think there are? Charm on Toxic Sludge, just a huge, huge number of magic missiles, and it's gonna fire them 6 at a time. Okay. Oh, shoot, I moved these. Yep, that was stupid. Well, I will definitely take this over Bomb Wand. But yeah, I forgot. The acid part of that wand was part of the wand. That does compromise things a little bit for us. Trying very carefully not to detonate all of the explosives. Boy, the ground sure is shaking a huge amount. Like a really huge amount. What's that about? I bet there are even bigger worms. I feel like this might be a real thing. I feel like every time there are the sort of the small worms in the first stage. Why did I do that? Every time there are small worms in the first stage, there are the bigger worms in the second stage. Sort of the medium-sized worms. So that, of course, there can be the really, truly horrifying huge ones in the third stage. Okay, well, this has just been a nightmare of lava and flame so far. Oh, I'm not getting the rest of my accident money. Oh my. Wow. Spells per cast 10. What a bizarre... I mean, obviously we're taking it, because Luminous Drill. Do I want to drop this one? This thing is going to fire in such a strange way, especially with heavy spread. I kind of want to maintain the utility of the always cast acid trail, like... Yeah, I think I am going to do this. So, yeah, that's what I thought. It's just going to kind of... It is going to create an asterisk of luminous drills. Okay. That honestly could have gone a lot worse than it did. Those big flying spawners are sometimes a real huge pain. I think we got a couple of lucky crits there. Well, that's going to make it hard to get my money. I guess let's just keep exploring. So there is, of course, the fungal cavern over on the left side of the map. Might be a good idea to hit up. But also the coal caves. It's like pretty straightforward. Making sure to explore at least the top of this thing before finding our way over to the fungal caverns, where we're much more likely to take a bunch of stupid damage and die, has generally yielded pretty good results for me. I mean, we would never have found these ridiculous wands otherwise. I am sort of curious what's through there. Probably this is an okay way to do this. You know, it is, I suppose, going to be a little random. The thing is, if we try to do the magic missile wand, I am a little afraid that I will, like, annihilate myself. And that's working. There we go. He solved the problem for me. And then, somehow I caught on fire. His corpse, the part of his corpse that rolled past us was not on fire. Was it? No, I don't think so. I think that thing engaged in a little bit of pyrokinesis there. From beyond the grave. Necromantic pyrokinesis. Which was the name of my punk band in high school. Take that. Coal. That's gonna take forever to burn. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That guy can be a real problem sometimes. Yep, that's like a pretty good example. He threw a freezing vapor potion before he did that? I think so. Alright, quickly. I'm so glad that I actually, like, learned how to work water. Alright, I think there's something up there. This is gonna fire in basically the... well, it's gonna quadruple scatter, I guess. But a more or less predictable direction. Oh, that doesn't even actually penetrate. Well... Can we get through from up there? I mean, there's this area back there that I am very curious about. Okay, that's nothing. And actually, it looks like... No, there's definitely a room. I guess if we're going to try to access it, it looks like it makes the most sense to do it from the top. That's exactly what I was trying to avoid. Yeah, alright, let's see about getting through right over here. I do hate the way that, like, surfaces catch on fire and then they just burn and burn and burn. Hell yeah. And it still goes even further to the right, huh? I just wish that fires that were on nothing burned themselves out a little bit faster, you know? A big vein of coal that's on fire is one thing. That's just rock. That's just burning rock. So actually, the extremely dense rock, yeah, there's probably something down there. Or at least there's room for there to be something down there, I should say, but I think we might be able to explore that without having to spend any more of our precious magic missiles. Not few, I didn't say few, just precious. Just, I have very strong feelings about them. Did we make it all the way to the wall? No. I don't know. That looks like a lot of digging, though. And there's this right here. Doing just a stellar job here. Well, you shouldn't have done that. That doesn't seem very smart. Oh. Okay. Looks like none of it made it through to the temple. So that's good news. Ah. I still don't think Spark Bolt is a very good projectile, but the crit chance is nice. I mean, I don't know. Actually, it also is very good at digging. It certainly has solid utility. Damn it. Damn it. I feel like it always takes way more effort to deal with those guys safely than with, like, any other enemy of their sort of, like, tier. Jesus. So what, Shotgun Guy is in league with the Fireflies? Is that what's happening here? Doesn't feel very fair to me. Okay, I think the fire damage stopped him from shooting his gun. So I guess, in a way, we have a Firefly to thank for that. Okay. Just big gouts of lava. Look at how much lava was in that guy. What kind of creature could possibly survive while also being a highly pressurized bag of lava? Like, how does that work? What's physiologically speaking? Imagine the heartburn you would have. I'm getting to the age now where if I eat anything even the slightest bit spicy, in the middle of the night I sort of feel like an overpressurized bag of lava. Well, I was trying to avoid that. It's nice of him to bring me the gold. Ooh. Large spitterbolt with timer. Also, drilling. I don't think we've ever had drilling shot. I mean, we don't need it because we have drills. I mean, once we've got them sort of rearranged and not in this horrible setup they're in now. But also, what if it's cool? The thing is, we know large spitterbolt is cool. I'm gonna buy this. Didn't even get to see what that was, but there sure was a lot of it. Ah, rock spirits. I wonder if certain areas bias toward certain spell types in their loot, because I feel like we see Rock Spirit, we see a wand with a bunch of Rock Spirits in it quite consistently in this area. I'm getting better at not getting hit by that every single time. Okay, that's going to become a situation. Maybe just back off for a second until it occurs. There's stuff we could do over here. So at this point, now that we have a bunch of luminous drills to work with, I have to say I would very much like to find like freezing field. I think freezing field plus luminous drill would be all we would need to potentially dig through a great big volcanic lake. Although, as to whether that's a valuable thing to do, I suppose your guess is as good as mine. It feels like there's got to be something down there, right? Why give the area a name if you're not intended to traverse it? That was almost very stupid. Oh, Jesus. The dog wizard. How much longer? How much longer with the teleportation? Trying really hard to wash this off. Okay. You know, from off-screen, it just feels like poor sportsmanship to me. And now I have no idea where we are. Ow. Well, I think I only took 1 damage there. Found our way back down to the bottom. Ooh, hey. $285 max HP coming out of the second biome does not feel too shabby. And we certainly have some interesting tools, although I don't know, like... Part of me definitely wants to try to Fungal Caverns and see if we can scoop up a good, interesting wand real quick. But, like, maybe we have interesting wands enough? I think this wand with always casts... Boy, always casts thing with trigger. How exactly is that going to work? We may just go find out. Like, we could burn through that. I guess if I was going to burn through anywhere, it'd be up here, though. Man, the cast delay on this magic missile wand is really crazy. So, that's where I got shot, right? Up there? Am I being stalked by a piece of burning lumber? Is that the world we are currently living in? Because I gotta tell you, not a fan. Ooh, treasure chest. There we go. Ow. Okay, maybe we are unable to do that thing. Maybe we're just going to try to get this chest and then leave. And I think the way we do that is probably like this. It was a potion of Phlomoxium. Not really that exciting. Yeah, I think we're just going to go. No! Bad! Alright, good. His gold also teleports. Alright, 21 health. This is pushing it enough, I suppose. Let's refill that. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, alright, there's some interesting stuff here. Essence to power, I still don't really know how to use. Triplicate bolt is fun. Where are we at in terms of perks? Oh. Every time I see a perk that has a wand on it, I get excited. Well... are we gonna take nothing? Is that where I'm at here? I mean, I guess there's no reason not to take this, but it does feel like a huge waste of a perk, right? This doesn't seem useful at all, and homing shots is often actually detrimental. Alright, I don't know. I'm gonna think about this, I guess, because this seems like a fine place, anyway, to call it for today. So, that is gonna be it for us for right now. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, tomorrow, I will probably be a little bit deeper in the game, and we will resume our explorations. I will see you then.